You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Building tomorrow today with Rightmove. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Rightmove Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water systems, and infrastructure, our team delivers precision, passion, and perfection. At Rightmove, we are not following industry standards, we are setting them. Through cutting-edge technology, uncompromising safety, and sustainable solutions, we are building a brighter, stronger, and safer Sierra Leone. Visit us at 54 Campbell Street, Freetown, or call 078399475 or 077504338. Rightmove Engineering and Construction. Building quality, building trust, building the future.
At Farmos, freshness isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. From raw and smoked catfish to kanya peppers, beni, rice and gari kanya and natai, from premium crayfish, ogiri and fufu to smoked chicken, fresh eggs from the farm to the fridge, country chicken and garden fresh vegetables. Try our habanero pepper, gari, hot pepper sauce, pure honey and so much more. All locally produced, organically grown, harvested fresh every day and hygienically processed. A fresher taste, healthier foods, stronger communities. Farmos, fresh from our farms to your home. Visit Farmos at 1 Fode Drive Hill Station, Freetown. Call +232 74 000044.
morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Thursday morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today is Thursday, the 29th day of January 2026. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this Thursday morning, we will continue to get more perspective on the 2025 Constitutional Amendment Bill within our Parliament. Na the legislative committee, but today we can hear from the National Election Watch new. As you know, say na one of the election observer body them na the country where they do a lot of things we get for do with elections, and most of the amendments them within now na parliament get for do with elections. So that make one can hear from them waiting and think but them propose amendments here inside the constitution where they can discuss them, and also we go for talk about the issue where gets for do with the ceiling where government's been put now the finance bill on fuel. It don't take effect yesterday, and the fuel price don't go up to 28 leones. We notice a lot of people get concerns when it comes to the issue of transportation, because when this ceiling has to take effect, the drivers them don't raise and price them to waiting they want. They want the way they ride keke, the bike, the taxi, the poda, everybody don't raise their own price to waiting in want. Waiting this mean they can discuss the issue of fuel inside this edition also of the Breakfast Show.
All right. And other issues them they na the program for you this morning. As we all know, the All People's Congress APC party don't pull dates them for all the lower level elections, and then they don't get a new district where they call the 6th region where na members them where na APC people only na the diaspora, and then they na the 6th region. Then self then get for all the lower level election. How and then the all lower level elections there, how they don't they mobilize for ensure say they're all credible lower level elections, and self how they go support the party for make sure say the party themselves all the lower level elections now. How prepared is the APC for all the lower level elections so till they reach to the delegate national conference so say they go pick a flag bearer we go represent them party for the 2028 elections. All of that they can discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show. Well, the fuel now one we don't be public interest. People don't they raise serious concern because of the price them. Where yesterday we just see a press release we come out from the Petroleum Regulation Authority when a PRA for increased price from 23,000 where people don't they buy petrol from last year to 28.50. All of a sudden, waiting at the reason. When you check the international markets, the price is then still stable. But Salon, the government increase. And this, not so a news, if you don't listen to the term when they debate the Finance Act na Parliament, the Minister of Finance, where Ibn Kego, the Finance Act, a lot of MP them, like Honorable AKK, they be raise issues, say, if them turn that finance bill day to law, fuel price and other commodities them go up. But the minister be assured and say nothing like that's not they happen. Well, this not just January. We don't they see fuel price don't go up. We can't talk to an activist, somebody who very passionate, but issues that we get for do with petroleum regulation, issues that get for do with pump prices when at Edmond Abu. Go can give you your own perspective on this. But quickly, let's just join Adams Bangura, we na a member for the All People's Congress APC UK and I branch, and na then the 6th region where then called the diaspora. For can't tell we about how the region don't they prepare for all the lower level elections na the diaspora region, and self how then go support the party for make sure say they get credible lower level elections there without any violence. Good morning, Adams, and welcome to the Liberty Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Mabel, and good morning to all your viewers out there. Thanks for having me.
Before we can talk about preparedness, logistics, how now for mobilize for support, the national executive na Salonia so for ensure say when all get a credible elections during the lower level elections that we will comment very soon. When they say the 6th region na the diaspora, what in this mean under on a party constitution?
Well, thank you, Khadija. So basically, within the APC 7th March 2022 Constitution, by Article 31, when in form under which the sixth region is formed, which simply means any country where they out of Sierra Leone, outside people in there, you get certain quorum where you formate a minimum of 50 for Mekona be a district, and then all of the constituent district and within now region there now then form the sixth region. So it basically means a winner ambassadors for the APC party outside of Sierra Leone. We part of we mission for propagate the good deeds of the party, help the party not just for raise funds financially, but also diplomatically, represent the party well and its belief and its ideals to the international community. So basically, we are sort of ambassadors for the party abroad.
Party they lead to then lower level elections very soon go start. How prepared is the region?
Well, so the unique thing about the diaspora sixth region is that, as I say earlier on, we're a component of different countries in the world, ranging from Africa to Europe, America, Southeast Asia, and as far as Australia. So what in this simply means by each of these countries that were the party there, we get different jurisdiction, different country laws that we govern party operations now the countries and there. So in terms of preparedness, the first thing we don't do first, and I want to extend we appreciation to the leadership of the APC party, from we acting national chairman to the secretary general and the entire membership of the party back home. We don't start the registration process, through which for people like we when existing members, all we needed to do now for verified with membership status, starting from the time where you join the party, and in the case of people that we knew. So pretty much the bulk of we don't register or don't verify we your membership status them. So that's where we are in terms of preparedness. But of course, there are other challenges as they think in the aspect of the diaspora logistically. And one of the major challenges then where we get outside of Sierra Leone when they say convention, it's easy for us to converge at both a district and at branch level. And the unique thing about the diaspora is the fact that we not get wards. Unlike Sierra Leone, where you get wards, them different wards. You get wards, you get constituency, district, and then region. For we, it goes straight away to constituencies. Whereas in the case of America, they call them chapters. So that's the different aspect within the diaspora and its unique nature. So when we get that kind of process there leading to with NDCs, it's pretty much difficult for we as to how you were able to get all of the countries there converge in one particular place. You're talking about 24 to 25 countries, or probably even more. So that's a huge challenge for us.
In terms of the elections, how the sixth region get for do the young lower level elections? Because we know say on a schedule they don't come out, especially the national, and people are prepare now for that. How on a young process get for happen?
Well, the elections by the timetable where the National Secretariat don't issue out, we'd assume say all of them will be held within those calendar dates. So from the 7th of February, where you get to the ward elections, we now the constituency in the start in March. So by this calendar dates, we'd expect every district or constituency in the diaspora when the constituency elections begin, then go hold their own election. So we not get for because we only operate under the 7th of March Constitution 2022. So it simply means our operations and every other thing that we do is guided by the constitution of the APC party. So we not get to forget any different dates. We get to hold them about the same time. However, we will not have much of a problem holding constituency elections. Say like here in the UK, London is the constituency, so it is expected that we always in London get for converge at a certain place, then we vote. America will do the same thing. Any other country outside APC exists, they will do the same thing. And then it comes to the district election. The districts also are held in countries. UK, the makeup of all of those constituencies will make up the district, then second for meet now a specific area in their own district convention for make them vote for their new leaders. So the challenge again, as I say, when it gets to the regional aspect, now they're the major challenge. Because when I say a challenge, say Africa, for instance, if you call a regional convention in Europe, African people then will tell you, say, we not get a visa for travel to Europe. We not able that logistical issues, challenges. We not will get hotel for who that will invite we and all that. Say for you call the same convention also now Africa. People in the West then will tell you, say, well, for the most part, now we don't bear the burden, the losses for travel in and out. And mind you also, maybe you also understand it. And there are things where people are not able to understand. Even people in the West, not all man get paper for travel. Sometimes you go find that, say, when there are international events where people get for travel. Now, pretty much the same similar phases then they travel in and out. Not that because those other APC comrades and don't know one for travel. It simply means, say, so man, they not get documentation for travel. So how you want for ensure, say, then other comrades and they themselves then participate. And now take, for instance, like as in the case of America now, with all of these introduction, immigration rules where Trump don't come with. So now say you call a convention any side outside of America. It's going to be very difficult for me you get half of we comrades from America for travel at regional level for go converge or for go vote. Because some man the fear say, if I go out, I might not even come back again because of Trump immigration rules. So all of them challenges then they. But apart from all of those other logistical challenges, we also get constitutional challenges. So within the APC 2022 constitution, Article 29E also talk about a quorum. So what in this simply means, it simply means that you go need a third of all of the elected executive at regional level, then for able for converge there, in that particular place there. And outside of that one day, you need 2/3 of the countries that are represented. So let's say we have 25 countries that they make up the 6th region. You will need at least 17 countries to converge. So you go able to comply with the APC 2022 constitution. That for us is a major, major challenge. So far from it, logistically, constitutionally, it's going to be an Herculean task for Gateway for converge. So we are looking at various alternatives by which we try for suggest to the leadership of the party and see how we go able for address some of them challenges there. Mindful that we no want to be in breach of the constitution, knowing that we're in a position, there can be a lot of issues here and there. So we want to make sure we get them right when it comes to the Diaspora 6th region.
Initiatives here where on the lookout like you just don't state. Then go able for meet to the schedule timetable where on a party already done publish for let on ensure say everybody participates in the process.
So as it stands, maybe it's going to be very difficult again, like I say, at regional level for Gateway for converge for the various reasons that way I don't highlight so to you. However, I think with the emergence of technology and the improvement when the National Secretariat were introduced, that I think we have gone digital in terms of our membership registration. So we can also look at best practices, wherein we will look at avenues. Would it be possible, let's say, forget a proxy voting system, an online voting system, where every member's will be that you will get a special encrypted message we will be attached to your membership card at a regional level. We will allow you for vote. However, If that is also not possible, because again, somebody might say, well, we get technological issue, I not get support, I'm not able for connect me internet or whatever as the case may be. So then we are also looking at an alternative. And waiting at this other alternative. Is it possible for us at district level, since each district get for votes in their own country, would it be possible to have each of those members converge at a particular place? That's, I mean, the one they would then go down elect at district level when I then get for make up the delegates list. Would it be possible to have them converge at a particular place so that then go able for vote? So you have 25 countries, assuming on that particular day will be on the 16th of April. You will have everybody converge at a particular spot where they go able for votes, because IEMC with the expected and go able for get representative na each of those districts. And any other person where they contest, obviously then go forget people who will go represent them interest during those elections. That can also be a best approach method where we also look at. Because again, talking about the challenges as we speak now, we don't even know other than the IMC representative them, now the various constituencies or districts. Down they not even come through it. And we get the 7th of February from an election. That's a huge challenge for the diaspora.
Adams, you continue for talk about challenges. How you feel say them challenges there way una get at hand so now go and bog the proposed February 7th date for the elections.
If people can't meet, say, at regional level, Khadija, then it they unbog the entire the 6th regional process. So even when una meet, if una not able to form a quorum, it will still not be a valid election constitutionally, because the constitutional requirement is very clear. Article 29E will tell you waiting at the number where you for meet for make you make up a quorum. So it's the same challenge as let's say you want to do certain things outside of the scope of the Sierra Leone Constitution, will tell you these are the requirements by which you for do certain things. Anything beyond that will be considered illegal. So we not really want to go through all of them challenges, and now make we look at best practices, alternative options where we want for suggest to the national leadership for consideration. Because again, the constitution also make them very clear, saying that the national secretary general na ingo get for announce places the way those elections will be held. So now in gets that constitutional mandate. So I believe say, but in consultation with we then at the diaspora, we go able to find a way out of it and see what will be the very best option.
Not a secret say so many people on the commode they show interest for be flag bearer for una party the APC 2028 general elections, and now then lower level elections there they come una self na the diaspora they expect for get una lower level elections them. How una go ensure say una not allow any intending flag bearer for interfere with una your elections for give a particular candidates leverage over the other one them where they come out? For example, like you so don't show interest for be chairman for the diaspora region. How una go make sure say no flag bearer not interfere in una elections then?
Thank you for this, Khadija. I think one of the mistakes most times when we can make, I can understand politics if we go do politics at the local level, but when it comes to the diaspora, there should be absolutely no external interference, because you talk about the ambassadors of the party. So what I mean by this? After the 2023 elections, when the party's victory was stolen, when the party was challenged, it got to a point where the entire structure back home, it been difficult for get people where go show up and stand up for the party. It began for take the diaspora 6th region. Now we begin the come out, begin the lobby, meet lawmakers now with different countries, then begin the call for support and ask for make them intervene. So you go find out, say, if we get we're talking about tripartite, we talking about so many other things who don't come out of my election day. I will say to you, the bulk of it were influenced by us in the diaspora, the stance the way we take. So basically, it also means if you're not a flag bearer aspirant, I am sure if you get for win the flag bearer race, you go and forget the very strong people in the diaspora we go able for propagate your message, not just for raise funds for you, but diplomatically we go able for open channels for you, for make you able for meet with international partners and make a case as to why you for be the best person for lead we country. So it will be a monumental mistake for make anybody we want for be a flag bearer for get interfere into their race in it. Because in the end, when you do that, what's going to happen now? That's when you become the flag bearer, you're not even able to get the ambassadors that we go able for push for you, not the West. And we've been seeing that at the last APC conventions, 2022 elections convention. Sorry, what's happen? We've been get a lot of interferences from people back home when they interfere in their elections, and certain people and they will be expecting therefore hold certain offices. Unfortunately, they'll not be all their offices, and the one they wouldn't be think say for hold their offices, and the way they hold their offices and they now they're not able to do anything absolutely. So then begin for go back to them people and the way they be think say don't want for can't support in the name of na una party, una grab me, una stand up for defend the party and for do what is right. So may they say to them say, you can stay and do your politics locally. That's understandable. But when it gets to do with the diaspora, any form of interference negatively, it affects the party in standing, not the diaspora. And we they appeal to them that as powerful or as influential as some of them might be, with the axe, una do the right thing for make una not destroy the diaspora. Because when you so destroy the diaspora and you eventually become the flag bearer of a party, you don't destroy yourself because you're not going to forget them people and they will get that support or will get the standing for propagate the party message in the diaspora. Simple as that.
Thanks, Adams. We talked to you this morning. We will continue for follow how on our various elections then at the diaspora region they go on. And quickly, you they contest for be the chairman of the region. Whose value will you want bring to the 6th region?
Right. So again, as I say, in terms of being an ambassador for the party, it's a role for the most part where I don't play on my own part. Within the party need a credible voice, not the diaspora. Financially, of course, we don't raise funds for the party. That we can always do. But in terms of representation and propagating the message for the party leading up to the 2028 election, I think the party needs a voice. And currently, we're not getting our voice in at the diaspora. And that's, for me, is one of the angles that women they look say, we need a voice, we need a message, and then we need a channel by which the party will be linked with the international community. And that's not the role I intend for play.
Thanks. Where you join me this morning, Adams. Now a pleasure for talk to you na the breakfast show this morning. That's na Adams Bangura, na member na the APC 6th region, we na the diaspora region. If they talk about the lower level elections, which will happen February 7th this year. But if they raise some concern but challenge the way it say it then get towards the election. So they continue the breakfast show and we tell una say we go look at the fuel increase we don't happen yesterday. The PRA don't pull a press release for inform the public say petrol price effective yesterday don't go to 28.50. Well, that's not the new year package where His Excellency the President through the Finance Act on Gito Una Salon people. Well, the President don't tell you say this is a year of action, and during the term where then be the debate, MP then be they talk about the finance bill where the Minister of Finance been carried on Parliament inside last year towards the holiday them. This now one of the issues them will be the inside the finance bill where the Minister been carried because then we believe say the marketers them don't monopolize the market and then be want for put some regulation them for ensure say then control the way how then they increase the prices on petroleum products or they can call the pricing formula. Well, now that's the happen. We make the country to experience this increase on all petroleum products them. We'll go open the phone line at some point for let UNASEF, the public send message to the authority them, talk to them for see if there is any way then go try for regularize some of them prices there, because the price come out from 23,000 up to 28,000. About 5,000 increase happen inside the petrol and other petroleum prices them. And when you look at the cost of living and other burden on cities in them, a lot of people believe say this is too much. We can talk to Edmond Abu. We don't be an advocate on this particular sector for a very long time. Edmond Abu don't they raising voice, he don't they using platform talk about the platform, talk about the pricing formula, how government suppose for do the mathematics so that if then they increase price, if go affect the ordinary citizen. This edition of the Breakfast Show, they bring count on various trending issues. That's not just one of the issues that we can discuss. As we all know, the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2025, it day now before the Pre-Legislative Committee in Parliament. For the very first time on Monday, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, where they before now this entire process don't go do a presentation to members of parliament, to members of the public, civil society organization, and all interested parties will be there in parliament on Monday for tell them what are the things they were they propose. And most of them things there where the AG they proposed for amend inside the 1991 constitution. I think the way gets for do with electoral reforms them. And I think the way them been pulled from the tripartite committee recommendation. But they want for put now na the constitution so that it will become part of the 1991 constitution. So this constitutional amendment bill no means that the entire Salon constitution then they amend. It just gets for do with certain section them, we get for do with electoral reforms, we come out from the tripartite committee, because I don't see certain people, they ask question, they feel saying that the whole constitution, then they review. No, not to the whole constitution, I just certain section them we get for do with elections. Well, we all know when they talk about elections, there's a network of civil society organization them where for over a decade don't they before per elections monitoring, elections observation, and don't they raise their voice where it campaign credible, fair, and accountability on elections. New now one of the civil society organization them where be in a parliament, so don't they all extensive conversation on their issues there, so we get for do with the amendments. We get Reverend James Lahai, which we at the studio, we are the national coordinator for National Elections Watch New. We don't hear from various parties about this amendment bill, one for hear from new, because una don't they before per elections business, and most of this section they want to amend in the 1991 constitution. They determine if the country go all free, fair, and credible elections come 2028. Good morning, Reverend.
Good morning, Khadija. Don't become expert self now per election by the way we give you analysis.
It also have done in this journalism for a very long time. So like I don't tell the viewers, it's topical. Everybody they give in your opinion now. We done the whole series of conversation them where it campaign this particular constitutional amendment bill where they before the pre-legislative committee parliament. And Monday, we all be in a parliament, outside the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, we go do a presentation. And most of the thing that we talk about get for do with elections. And most of the thing that we government want for review gets for do with elections. Firstly, look at the timing where this particular conversation begin. Is it timely?
Yeah, well, I feel say it's timely because infringe any policy, because the issue here is if you want to make any change we therefore relate to elections, for them 6 months to the elections, and I think 2028 is still some way off. So but no more, if you do a change we will therefore get implication on some of the electoral activities, now that it will be like the concern. For instance, if you talk about the census, we definitely now the census outcome now can determine the allocation of parliamentary seats, either by constituencies or even with a district block system. So that will therefore be some concern. because census they take off December 2026. Now when they go down the process and for later outcome will be ready so that the electoral commission will able utilize them for in formula for allocate the seats depending on whichever system of election we will go for adopt. So now like that no more, but I think it is timely and it is necessary.
How do you describe the process so far? How do you see the process?
Well, I've not been the parliament, but I watch the proceedings. And the unfortunate thing is people most times can say one thing when they mean another. When then they talk to the public, it's fine. Because like I listen to the Attorney General where they even say the document where they to Parliament might not be the actual end product because then they take cognizance of inputs where they come out from the public and then they therefore be translated into the final document where they come out. So we go only comment when we see the final document will come out for see whether it actually take into account waiting various groups and interest groups them they don't already give us recommendations we go able make the amendments positive rather than negative. So I think as far as the process is concerned, I also listen to the majority leader in Parliament, and it was like open, and that the process get for be positive and that kind of thing. Same with the opposition. The opposition only talks say they're ready for cooperate, but if the process try for skew towards something we're going to undermine the legality, then go resist.
Let we begin for unpack some of the things them where the AG propose to Parliament, where most of them get for do with elections. Firstly, the Search and Nomination Committee. Now one will see various groups them like Lawyer Society. We talked to them yesterday, don't put a position paper. Them believe see the Search and Nomination Committee for depoliticize. Not forget any controlling powers from politician them. And also the APC they raise concerns say the waiting them be agree on na the tripartite committee and waiting then see na the final document where they gazette and where they now before the pre-leg committee not to the same. From new perspective, waiting on an opinion on this Search and Nomination Committee as it is now na the proposed bill within our Parliament.
See the intent now for ensure say there is a kind of public vetting of people who therefore occupy them position then they, because their position then they are very critical. Elections can be a means of peace, and elections can be a means of chaos, depending on the one that will manage the electoral process, whether they manage them according to how the law say, or whether they manipulate the law for able for give advantage to some competitors. And so now I make whoever is going to go into that position for receive some public vetting. But if the committee way then they set as proposed, now the president get for set down the up, then it no makes sense for set that committee. I feel say the previous provision better than Dandy, because it's still the president nine being done the appoint the people then they in the previous provision it say if you make the appointment then they in consultation with registered political parties. I think that is stronger than this one way. Now, in get for appoints the one they will get for cow the recommendation to them for let appoint who that he wants to take that position. So it's more clear of the situation. If we actually want public vetting, then that's such a committee for come out from stakeholder organizations wey actually don dey deal with elections and wey key even in legal terms. So people wey I mean don live their life unblemished, wey get respect na society, you know, people wey we know say they no dey talk because they wan forget position. So but if the president na him get for can pick again, then na waste time. Why you know just appoint who that he wants direct?
Let we look at other section them we get for do with the electoral commissioner. The person we get for be the referee between the political party them. This new bill they talk about qualification of the person no ever hold any appointment position, and of course the person will be apolitical.
You see, Khadija, also absence of good laws now a problem. We problem na compliance and implementation. For instance, the law say the president for make appointment of commissioners in consultation with political parties. And then the president appoints, not consult, well, I don't know, but political parties, they say, not consult with. But the president go ahead and they install the person. So it means you will make the law, but the law is not acted upon, and the judiciary way for him to step in and correct the mess. Instead, they told the line of waiting the whoever the president is, they told. Now the unfortunate situation this one we get as a country with checks and balances where they in place grossly undermined because of political influence. And because of some of the powers where like the executive arm of government gets, where they influence heavily the operations of the other arms of government, where supposed to be part of the checks and balances now electoral system and even in governance system. So that's the trouble.
One other area we get a lot of concern gets for do with who becomes a president. The current law and the constitution, we know say they go by past the post when 55% of the votes, the total counted votes. But this proposed bill, waiting the inside from the recommendations of the tripartite, gets for do with 50+1, and also the person for don't get but 25% of the vote cut across to the district. For the National Elections Watch, where una don't they deal with issues we get for do with elections. And I think say this na a better option to the existing one.
They are just making the electoral process complex. And electoral process is not supposed to be complex. And I know the one that we draft in 1991 Constitution, we know why they be say 55%. Because when you look at the voting pattern of Saloon, for one region or two regions come together and get 55%, it's very difficult, it's almost impossible. And that's the purpose for the 55%. So that possibly they reach out to other places for let you able to garner the 55%. And so but now they don't say 50%. It's almost going to be the same, but in a very complex situation this time. Now you get for follow the various results at district level. Just imagine these 2023 elections. We're not even able to get the aggregated polling station results even up to this point, you know. And then now you don't begin this one of the 55%. It is straight. Whatever you announce, people can look at that figure and see this figure as against the total valid votes. Is it 55% or not? So simple, I don't even establish that. But now you therefore go back and go begin look at what's happening at the various districts. And why are you doing this? You want to achieve the same thing that the 55% threshold they try for secure. For let two regions not just come together and then clinch the presidency. Let's some kind of collaboration. Let people they reach out to other regions for let them able get that. I think that is the whole essence. Now I made them easy say go to the districts. For me, not new. Personally, to me, I still believe say the 55% answer that question of making sure that any candidate wey dey come in not just rely on a region or a tribe for let e able forget the presidency.
Anybody who don't dey follow elections, you go know say the AG try for copy the Nigerian model. But when you look at Nigerian politics or the geopolitics of Nigeria and Salon, different day.
Of course.
That model they wouldn't they try for copy from the Nigerian. It go work na Salon.
It will be difficult. In the first place, Nigeria is a federal state. We get several states we compose the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Sierra Leone, we are a unitary state. We not just one state kind of governance system. Now districts no more we get, and then districts there, now districts them we they are demarcated. And at times there is political influence even in the demarcation of these districts. Now we see approaching the 2018 elections, we see they're able to demarcate back. We get Falaba, which was never there. We get Karine, you know, and now we be done the hearing again about Panguma and then Bandajuma and then council. So I mean, it's confusing. It's not honest. It's not sincere, and so that let them go look for other fine things on the other side. Let them bring and come. But that one day actually, go work for Salon.
Is it about then lawyer, especially the one we get for do with the 50+1? Is it about being at an advantage? Or is about genuinely want for copy an advanced model?
I really do not consider that an advanced model. Anything we person you dey do, you get for do am on the basis of wetin na you context. How your situation dey. It is no secret that APC na get majority na Western region and Northern region. That SLPP now get the majority na Southern region and Eastern region. I don't put Northeast and Northwest all as Northern region, you know. So when you talk about 50+1, then it will be crazy because any two region at one point can able secure the 50.1+1. But it not going to secure 55. So now make you see they can announce results say this person get 56%, but they not give the figure they will build up the 56 point something. They left no more. Una they go and bang una area and there. But if I been the 50.1+1, then there's somebody to get them. Without you just get small here, small there, and you area, and it's clear.
But these are recommendations we come from the tripartite committee itself, who then suppose for they speak to issues, because when you touch anything go for the constitution at the end of the day, go for being the interest of the people. So the recommendation where they come up with say let them go in for 50+1 and that 25% from the district.
Right, no left hand in
you know speak to the interest of the people at the end of the day.
In the first place, the tripartite arrangement, my selfish arrangement. You take APC, you take SLPP, where then they hide and say government. But now SLPP get government. You bring them together for agree on things for the entire country. It's selfish. So whatever the interest, whatever na interest where APC and SLPP say na fine for the two, that's what they are proposing. And now you don't see the crisis will don't come. Why is the tripartite they recommend 25%? And some percentage of district. The proposal now we don't come. They talk about 20%, and it don't increase even the number of districts where you get forget that kind of thing. So that don't tell you the apparent selfishness even in the tripartite arrangement, where it's now being undermined by even the party where been part of their recommendation. You got to tell the see. So now then they make at the talk say, for me on the side, where the public not go be fooled at the end of the day. Why do you want to tamper with the 55% where they serve the same purpose where the fair way for
Enough so can happen.
well let them be 50% plus one. Now the only term down the way runoff will be avoided entirely. But if you say 50 plus one and then
District.
You get for score 25% now each of those districts, that's not going to be an easy thing for even the SLPP. You see, Khadija and Mabel, this country, because the one way they in a power, one put laws where if you say na in suit am, failing for realize that they can vote her out. And when the opposition go come in, now then Lord and they go can't take for squeeze them. Now the same thing that they happen. APC had an opportunity to change all these bad laws where SLPP they use that for squeeze them. But because they felt they will be in power forever, they maintained them because it was serving them. And that's the same mentality the SLPP is going along with. And I make opposition, they always cry because they are making laws not for the national interest, but in the interest of how it serve the political party with the in governance.
So are you saying them proposal here currently within inside the 2025 constitutional amendments, are they bad laws?
That's not what I am saying. What I am saying is the intent behind the proposals that are coming, especially proposals that are creating scenarios where they bring in complexity in the electoral process. So now that are the try for Lexi.
Let me look at the proposed proportional representation, where even before 2023 elections, it bring problems. When they can go to parliament, the APC exist. Then go up to Supreme Court for interpretation. But Supreme Court rule in favor of ECSL. They'll go back to 1996 during the military junta regime. There was a decree because then they'll not be able to demarcate the country into constituencies and wards. So they put a decree, of course, where junta did and they suspend the constitution, put a decree, the all appear. Late Pakaba come back 2002 because of the same war being did, they'll not be able to demarcate the country, go into the same PR. But when you look at the Public Elections Act before they amend them, the PR will be just optional, or in the case Usai, they're not able for demarcate the country.
But even the Public Elections Act, now the Constitution.
The Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened. Supreme Court don't go in favor of ECSL. Now this new bill they propose for let the PR, they now inside the amendments. The PR systems of elections, where it happened to 2023, everybody see the outcome of the elections. Up till now, some people they cry say they don't get a representation at parliament because of the PR systems of elections. From new, this proposal for let the PR then this new amendment. Una feel say na a brilliant decision and a decision if it stay as it is now, they amend the constitution, it will reduce the electoral plabber waking day after elections.
The proposal is deceitful because the defense way they put for that proposal is that the people of Salon say they want proportional representation. Now, Usai, the people of Salon go talk say we want the proportional representation. A national consultation will take place na Bintumani. Where I feel say if we talk say the people of Salon now then decide. Sometimes you go take that consultation, that national consultation as the basis But when you look at what happened in that national consultation, you see, say the people of Salone kick against the proportional representation. For instance, the paramount chiefs, they make a presentation, and then presentation kick against the proportional representation. And before they make their position, they give a preamble that, in fact, then they control over 90% of this country. And then people them, they listen to them, and then they provide leadership for the people them. And when the representative of the paramount chiefs make that, not a single paramount chief make a disclaimer for say no, we will not be part of them.
So they're not prepared the paramount chief there well?
No, we're not to that. They say the paramount chiefs them, where they control over 90% of Salone, say no, we don't want proportional representation. And then we come to the APC party, where we up to 41% of valid votes in the last election according to Electoral Commission. Then say we don't want proportional representation. Then even we, National Election Watch, we not state waiting for bill, but we tell them waiting happen with consultation. That after consultation, we do a pilot, a kind of test case. All participants within IASU, una tell we whose system of government una want. And the breakdown will come if the proportional representation and get the list. Even the new one, the hybrid, where it take half year, it beats the proportional representation. So whose side really it comes for say the people they say they want proportional representation. That is deceitful.
We been get the MP there the other day, and the Honorable Giver we been happen for the parts of the Justice Kawan CLC reports. So now one of the things and then the way they be agree on that more than the review, wouldn't be the go around. And one of the recommendations and then we come from the CLC for say the country for go get the elections based on PR, but the issue now is the type of PR is supposed to be implemented. So are you saying not to be in the voice of the people that conclusion they will come from the CRC because now this recommendation come out for the PR?
The unfortunate thing is the Kawan document they talk about don't outlive even the essence.
What do you mean?
That's what I mean. That time where they do that work day. You know, say that thing they don't pass through several periods. We country don't go through several issues. We don't open with eye about some of the things that would happen.
So they not be getting for take from the Kawan recommendation and put now inside this new proposal. Then go.
Now there the insincerity there.
Why you say so? Because
they say so.
These were recommendations.
And they say so because
the Kawan committee go all over this country in consultation with women's group, civil society organizations like on a network, and waiting the people then tell them, then can't put on down. So when President Bio come now, in say he committed for left a new constitution, according to what the AG say, before then go back and do all over consultation. Then take from the Kawan recommendation them, pick from the tripartite recommendation, and form this 23-page proposal of amendment to the one for do.
So why did they waste resources on regional consultations if they are going to go by the Kawan recommendation? Why did they have to waste resources to go round at regional level to consult people on what system of elections we forget? Why did they waste resources on a national consultative conference for the same? If their intention was to go back to what was in the Kawan recommendation. So that's why I am saying what is current. Kawan, it was today. But what is now was what happened. So the regional consultations and the national consultation. You know what take what's current, you throw up in favor of something we don't say where a lot of other events so happen we go make even the essence of that one we don't make able to again. Yes.
Are you suggesting that as a nation for just put behind we the Cowan report will be come out?
That's not what I am saying.
So because
that's what I am saying. And don't take me out of context.
We are not.
No, because
we are talking. Please, we are talking about the proportional.
They don't outweigh in usefulness because they in the past.
Talk about.
Fine, so
because the AGC now from the Cowan recommendation, then take them out from.
So
and even Honorable Gabriel said the same thing.
So if they are going to take it from the Cowan recommendations, why did they have to go back to the people to determine which electoral system to be used? There was no need for that then. If it had to be the Cowan recommendation, they should have just picked from that. But why made they no reference the most recent consultations will take place? Why? After the Cowan recommendations, there has been recent consultations of the people of this country of what they want.
So a lot don't change based on the recent consultation. The people they don't want the PR again.
What they say at that time, the Cowan recommendation be say so, but the tripartite and where the government self agree also come with the recommendation. We make then do regional consultations and a national consultation. And the outcome of that national consultation, I think nine for take credence.
For that national consultation, the reports funded by International Ideas then present a report to the AG. Based on what you may understand, when they go sat inside the country, for example, side the way the SLPP believes in a strong goal, the people they say they want PR. When they go side them where certain people believes that the APC strong goal in the Northwest, people they say they want first past the post.
Khadija, I follow that process.
Me too.
I've been there for Loco. I've been there McKinney. I've been there Kenema. I've been there Bo. Okay, they're all on Waterloo, eh? Yes.
Let me get.
Yes, I've been there Waterloo. So the Western urban region, you know, they not do. They say that they blend down with the national. Let's tell you, Kenema, a very senior party person where they in government, he grab, he say, now the proportional representation now we want. Now talk first door which I want to say. Una get set fire business too much.
Set fire,
no, let me
because
wait.
if you be there,
wait,
I be there. Very senior person.
So you know everyone you which I want for say
the person name, the name of the senior government.
That day I dey keep am to myself. But
I be public is here.
Yes, the public is here.
So why no one call the name?
Because I want keep am to myself. And I get the right for keep am anyway. And I want for let you respect that my right.
But I injustice for the audience.
No. Fine, thank you. So he say now proportional representation now we want because now good for people. Because we people there now therefore determine who that for represent them. I hope you get what I try for say.
Yeah.
Proportional representation. Where now the political party they give list, not to the people, but now it's a proportional representation because now the people them therefore choose who therefore represent them. Whether my component of the first past the post, when our constituency base. So this tells you that the people were actually not properly educated.
All right. Reverend, continue for the with spin at the program. We will come back to you shortly. We've been telling the viewer then earlier, so we'll go for look at the issue of fuel. Will they come back to you for continue the conversation we get for do it, the issue of the amendments and waiting National Election Watch new think about them proposals in the. Let me just try for go link Edmond Abu, we na the executive director for Native Consortium. Let we talk about the issue of the ceiling where the government on raise on fuel price. Where yesterday we see PRA been pull a notice to the public, and this will make a lot of changes don't happen. But Edmond Abu, we all know say now one person way be done the advocates for let the prices of fuel come down because the world market price not go up. But governments, because of the Finance Acts, we then don't implement, we don't come into effect. The fuel price don't go up because of that ceiling the way governments be done raise. We get Edmond Abu on the phone now as we go talk to him for let we get an update regarding waiting Native Consortium think about this. We dey get Edmond Abu on the phone for let it talk about this issue. Good morning, Edmond, and welcome to the Breakfast Show.
Yeah, good morning, Mabel. Good morning, Liberty.
All right, you know, one person where we know say be done the advocates for a very long time on the issue of fuel. Yesterday, been surprised you for no say the Finance Act come into effect and the fuel price, the ceiling where government raise them to, don't come into effect. It been surprised you?
No, it not surprised me, and maybe it was surprise some of us because they make the odd shape. One of the media, for they really pay attention, but we see where they really bother on the people, and then for they pay attention to people. Maybe I tell you now, a week ago, oil markets are the go to people. I tell you now, so that meeting and I can't see. Now TikTok the tip. Nobody not understand. Now it makes sense. Now first thing first, Santa Madi. Go now the well. He say, oh, it excise duty. It no go make so. Well, me for me, it's really most of what he talk, it not really add up to the. He not able for convince himself because he say no, not to say that the thing they go up. Like the excise duty is one for the component. But even if the excise duty they go up for trillions, now put it into context, almost like the excise duty. Excise is one of the components. If you look at what they tell on social media, item 21. Then the excise duty. You understand? So I'm happy where the government said no say. One, if as a matter of fact, fuel price the pacado, they just don't come in and Ghana say, Mama and government made the fuel at 14 cedis, like they 10 cedis. They pacado. When I not say last year, the fuel price, the oil market they put at 25. In fact, they sell up to 22. I don't know if I see them, I post them. I didn't have the Facebook page. So that's what they say. The people are able to sell this fuel price at 22. So as a responsible government, and it's government will supply people, not to all markets where they will supply people. So, how much CBD? Now 22, 24, 25. You should have just leave it like that. What did the government do here? When they talk, they say, oh, no, now 1 Leons according to Padua. That's preposterous. That's dishonest. That's 1 Leons on that. As a matter of fact, why is that? And this is why I keep challenging even when the journalists, because when I for the accent, then it's a question. Why government price for the 27, oil market and price the 25? That is very awkward. It shows that your government is sensitive. All this government could have done, and when I miss opportunity, you turn away fuel price with the candle. When I put on a ceiling to 25, I did that.
Edmond, listening to the finance minister last year, where he go with this finance bill in parliament, he said they want for regularize the pricing formula because the way it be left na the oil market as they earn, they can just determine for increased price on their own. So now this new finance act, they make the government they get control over the oil marketers. We don't see pictures. We don't see pictures. Also, they even meet na State House with the Minister of Trade and the President of the oil marketers there.
I don't think that meeting a crime scene. Look, Mabel, no long this talk. If you the regularize price, you government too. Why you don't price for the 27 and demand their own price the 35? So who is almost better, you know me doesn't have the same as 35, 34? So what are they sorry for a company now? Look, the forces of demand and supply and examine price. For more than 98 to have a town at Dandy. All market price at the oil market, which exchange it. And each of token at parliament, let them determine, let them largely determine fair price. So if you go add tax, Then you come, you tell people and say different thing. Then I wonder, what if somebody they talk? And I wish me and you can studio for debate this issue. Let's look at the twin talent to the all, from finance down to PR, local. If anybody believes it's a local scatter this formula, local talk about this formula, vendor, because they didn't take the formula as at March. Don't let the media to ask the question, what are they come? When I ask them, why make PRA, why make from March 2025? When I not even giving pricing formula, now only January. That is, in fact, they don't even violate the act. That's what they say, it was not normal. Why make on a price 27, the man even said 22? That is abnormal. Satan is sorry for we, then the angel is sorry for we, the one that we angel will vote for. Why you know who I'm sorry? So that explanation is totally preposterous, it's unthinkable and flat. And it didn't convince somebody. Even if it's not able to convince themselves without the safe. So the way to go. But waiting for don't do. And this is what I keep telling people. It's good to come and bash government, but give prescription, maybe. And I have always given prescription, but the people are not check. Now, almost the people are make the profit. If I was the finance minister, the people that profit margin, tanker drivers they get 750, now be 500. Dealers, petrol station owners, the margin, now it go up to 1,000. After before 2024, before the new players then come. Or you know what you don't bad now with sector? You know when traffic policeman buy poda, a bike Okada they own. They compete with other one, and a problem Andy. Then because most of the sensitive politicians, they just see a station. When they don't want to talk about this issue, they're comfortable in the still they make them profit. How many out of the profit value was 1 use per liter? Level. Possibly, and they know that. Now when the new player they come, like Eco Energy, Aminata, Zala, German, when they come, they shift the sector. The monopoly, it dilutes the monopoly. We can get more players, competition come. When I remember, I go and be award to Zala, because Zala be the same 2026. Then every person they go to Fufu, they go on meeting back again. No, let all man say 27. Hey, Papa God. What you do? What is this? Why do you go set price? Say let nobody know for set 27. Now regularize that. So for somebody really it's a man who has respect for over time for money World Bank. Well really this really fall flat. Then really from it, this was in Juno. Then they begin compete. They begin compete. See a campaign with the advocate, it comes to 25. Well, as at that level, once you get 30 years, what will be the expect that the country can get for no candle? Go to Kenema, Freetown to go, Freetown to Kenema, for no candle, in no candle. Minister of Transport not do the work, SLPC not do the work. From where if you coach, we go $40. When you see a letter to news, they not do the work. If I know my company, that will know my company then. Instead of they put the tariff down, what happen? They go put them, instead of 60, they put them to 100 news. This is a disgrace. Media is not talking about it. People are not talking about it. What people can do, everything for candle. Now look what they happen at the streets. How put the price up because people respond to when price increase. People don't respond when price reduce. And when I express that I'm hungry for talk, the finance minister should understand. The finance minister, you don't know. All you should have tell these people, tell them say, when our profit margin big. When not ever get to now they make up to 5 years profit margin, 4 years profit margin. Caution them, call them to a meeting. So President Bill just go call meeting, you are important, you are this, you are critical. All of a sudden, so we didn't add the dots there now. 1 week ago, you were meeting, the TikTok meeting when I can't see. I call and crime scene, now the crime are not unfold now. This time I tell people and say, it was a crime scene, that meeting was a crime scene. So, if you don't tell them, say, and they can't introduce me excise duty. Maybe, how much was the excise duty? Let somebody understand. The excise duty was, if I want to even overlap yesterday by press conference, to talk the talk, but you're not aware. They say excise duty don't come up from 2, you don't go to 5. If you don't increase your tax, you don't have any demand, you tell the dealer, let you increase your OPL. Not only that, then you talk now say, you go after any fuel station when sell below 28. That I don't understand. You know what can look so they will go maybe with and they want to ask the film now they shoot the film now they direct their own film back. You don't make your 28.5. Then you come back again, you talk say no, I don't make any incremental. The incremental I make that just 1 year, 1 cent.
Edmond, this increase na the pricing formula. Is it about government raising more revenue for spend on other areas them, or na the interest of the citizen them, based on the arguments where the Minister of Finance been put forward during the term them where he been carry this particular finance bill in parliament, because in the field say the oil marketers and they rip off the citizen them and then consider no more add price anyhow. So the increase now in the interest of the citizen, or na government want for make money.
Well, when I not say if now for oil marketers or blast, nobody know there for the past 20 years. The first people they used to Edmond Abu, I was one of the proponents. I'm a structural engineer. So it's not for blast the oil marketers. Maybe this and Khadija, one of them say Edmond has been one of the people who the blast government. Look who said the PL price, who said the money with this. I don't care sell up to 32, maybe. So how you go say that the people at the oil marketers they want report? Now the government want report the people there. And they miss everything is going to command and they carry and then they backfire. Now this one blackmailing copy, that one blackmailing copy. For somebody you know what? Now you go talker. Say if as a matter of fact by now, the way from Venezuela issue, the way the fuel price don't begin candle by now for the 5 year at 21. So it's about tax. It's not about people. You know, the not for the people. And government and president, they go for choose between how you sorry for the people and how you go raise tax to a point if for hurt the people. Maybe the thing I want to be done 98.1. That's saying this without any hesitation. President Nkrumah go take loan, IMF loan, in 2016. The IMF. What make IMF pull out of the APC government? They won't take the first tranche, they take the second tranche, they give President Nkrumah condition. They say, one, institute the single treasury account. Two, institute raise this excise duty so you go get money, because there are so many leakages, so many things under the APC. It's another lead to the austerity. They don't go take the first two money. The third money, if they Nkrumah increase the fare, that's because we won't go to BBC. When I was in 1921, now tell President Nkrumah say if you mistake with this fare price, would they arrest protest on all the President Nkrumah tell me, he said, man, they put up, no worry. It choose between the people and the IMF.
So in this case, Edmond, President Biono choose between the people and
the IMF pressure.
No, I dey talk about the revenue aspect, because the same President Biono tell the citizen and say this na year of action. This 2026 is ready for not do business as usual. The president want for raise revenue. So in this case, the president choose between the people them and the revenue we want for raise for implement in programs.
That question is rhetorical. The people me uncle and Sanama Bolotono say this is not about people. It's about revenue driven. And for me, I think government still need revenue for run in business, but this is not the way they for the roll out. If Namina be finance minister, what shall they do? If excise duty did, number one, if the way how they want to implement, and this is what we know, they ever finance a PRA they hide. What you do is they get the journalists the way they study, they go court to make press conference. They never ever come for defend this. I'm doing a challenge to them. Look, if anybody believes in look and discuss this formula.
So at this stage,
for them, where they come? What like I said earlier, you want to institute the excise duty tax, for instance, road maintenance fund tax. In attack, all the other tax component in the day. What did they do? They just tell them say, firstly, you finance minister, they tell them say, I know almost na the buy 90,000 na the buy for liter. I know almost buy the 2024. So you tell them that because you not ask for no. If Khadija, if maybe I want to buy fuel now, just go and make like you say I want to buy bank. In fact, they set for yourself. I the sell give you 20. So you tell them say, look, we see what I'm paying Boku. Yeah, this profit is too plenty for now. And I'm not discuss. Now, so that needs for one day. If I was the finance minister, then you institute you excise duty. You institute full 2 to 5 according to Balwa. It begins for people to feel them. Then you begin watch what did happen at Venezuela and the oil market, what did happen at the world. Then they bring you taxes inside small. Not bring her from 2 to 5. It hurt the people and the man said the tower. I make you see the man not.
So at this stage, Edmond, This particular ceiling where government don't put, where don't cause a lot of concern from the public, because now the one the way they run public transportation don't price them to where they want them, not to a price will come out from the Ministry of Transport. What do you feel say now the best alternative will go be in the interest of the people them at this stage?
Good, very excellent question, Mabel. First thing first, when fuel price come down to 25, where Monabudem? In fact, we put to sweat, we put to blood, we put to tears, we spend the money, call people. First thing first, Mabel, not take for instance that Seco transport. You know, come down. When we go $40, no never put them down. They cannot put them price down. Fit on to Bo, no go down. Fit on to McKinney, no go down. Go to Kenema, no go down. They can, so therefore, if because the problem, we not get transport minister. We know that SLPT, they do the work. And President, they see the mandate. What if we do now? When I remember what police go be first from Freetown to Bo, if they want 10, when I still not put on, I still they take 120. So therefore, not put on, let's see there as it is. Therefore, enforce down day. But they won't do it. SLPT not go do the work. What can find boss? Almost not to me tell you, what can find them sell at 24? But they never know that. They tell you who they sell buy at 30. Then they buy at 24. So there's no need for them what can find put in price down. So, sorry, put her up. So the status quo for remain as it is. But guess what? Government for understand say we get a very exploitative public Okada where all manner of people exploit the company. So don't give you government, don't give people the space for them to take advantage of the situation. Obviously they lose now fast money come. Then they come. Things are going to go up.
So what's not the best remedy currently? What's not the best remedy?
The best remedy is the people that sabi that is the sensitive. If the people are not caught up, because it's like say they don't know the reality, I can understand somehow they argue on social media, some man are cheating again by fear, some man they understand. Some man are mediocrity, some man are sycophancy, some man are party picking. When you talk this, some man will talk your own. The best remedy, if possible, if we go back to the status quo, call the man, all the remedy what they issue, and then Minister of Transport will step up now. And caution the Keke man then, the Okada man then the police, the forbidden police all inside them. But they not go do it. This time because fear they affect plenty things. Why begin charge you? Why begin take that day? I think say that not go better because else it's the worst.
Quickly, Edmond, before you left not so today you begin this battle. You don't fight with government in, government out, way camper increase on petroleum products them. At some point they give 21 days ultimatum. You don't even ask for you don't even ask for protest. You don't come on a street say protest about fuel increase. The same thing still they happen 2026. Any plans for stage a demonstration?
Me at one of the pattern me at. You don't go, she don't go dance for party. Now me don't go. When you a politician, she don't care about the people. That how the kind of power. How the less that they you don't go to tell this that we turn now on a station. They don't care about tweeting the border. Now how the kind of power. I need to go protest. They go put me in a jail. They lost me. Sell land. Gonna for voting. No way, no man.
You're not civil. You're not an activist. These are some of the things where activists can go through.
When the fear come down, when the fear mobile come in and put the price from 20, not one as you don't defend and say, oh, now this and that. Can you go protest for that day?
Edmond, we take exception to that. We take exception to that. To not ever defend any mobile company for any increase.
Okay, Lord left dandy. Mobile company fear no can number guy they supposed to not put that if they don't. Not say on a house they pull that from 60 to 100 euros. Who will talk? And I know when they buy fuel, that can wait in a matter so far.
Alright.
So tomorrow when one day they go put the police fear it affect even you kill it affect your mama papa. The one when they laugh to spear they go understand. Because President Biono he cut off. He don't know say this thing the hawks. So by the time this thing hot, so tomorrow, Liberty Television will begin to fear like almost every week. Not a one-off. Yeah? Thank you very much.
All right, it's a pleasure having you this morning. That's now Edmond Abu, where now this Chief Executive Officer for Native Consortium, Executive Director for Native Consortium, where now a civil society advocacy group, we don't talk on fuel increase and other things then we get for do with mobile tariff for so long if they give position on the fuel increase. Well, now attempt quickly before come back to Reverend, not just hear it from the public, because this na thing we for affect the public. So they open the phone line for just 10 minutes and take few calls them for let we hear waiting the public they say about this particular decision where the PRA don't pull yesterday, fuel go from 23,000 to now 28,000. Really from Edmond Abu, we can open the phone lines and quickly for the members them that the public will call and make their own contribution, send you message to the government and that of the PRA for let them see if they go sit down back and try for discuss the pricing formula and see how they go rearrange the price then, because this now according to the finance bill where the Minister of Finance been go na Parliament inside last year for let them go able for see how they go regularize the pricing formula and let the government get control over the pricing according to waiting the Minister of Finance Fantamadi been talk na Parliament. And when they open the phone line then now you can call via WhatsApp 078-135-599. 078-135-599. Just call via WhatsApp and make your contribution to this edition of the Breakfast Show. As we still discuss the increase on fuel, we still get Reverend James Lahai with at the studio. We come out from new and in the national coordinator where they talk about the proposed Constitutional Amendment Bill of 2025, where they now before the Privilege Committee in Parliament. So don't they discuss issues that we get for the various sections them where them propose inside the Constitutional Amendment Bill. And we don't talk about the 50 plus 1% of the threshold for win the presidential election, or we they talk about the proportional representation where then they propose say for be the new systems of elections and then one time for the inside part of the amendments say when they make na the 1991 constitution. You would they say na a deceitful bargain between the SLPP and the APC.
Yes. I make reference to the National Consultative Dialogue will take place na Bintumani. And I feel say at that dialogue, several people make presentation, but I just don't take 3 for represent majority of Salone people them. 1, the Paramount Chiefs. They make a presentation, we cry down proportional representation, and so take a position that then they advocate for first past the post. That are the Paramount chiefs then. And when the representative do that, they make that presentation, not a single Paramount chief make a disclaimer for say, no, me not a part of that decision day. So which means they all consented. That means they all consent to waiting that Paramount chief present. That are one aspect. And then say the authority they over 90% of the population now this country are. 2, the APC party from the last elections, they win up to 41% of the valid votes cast. And that's a good percentage. Then self talk say they not lack proportional representation. Now first past the post, now in the lack. And then I talk about the presentation with National Election Watch make. National Election Watch not take a specific position, then guide and also explain what happened for the National Consultative Conference. For say at the National Consultative Conference, where they bring together civil society leadership from all the districts of this country. They say, let we test the waters. From amongst who self Nayasu, let we do a vote. When they do a vote for first past the post, proportional representation, and the hybrid, that are the mix first past the post, na get the highest, when I be 57%. Proportional representation will be the least, 10%. So if then 3 sets of people at that forum talk say they no want proportional representation, who say the AG they take in data from for say the people they want proportional representation? So when I be tell me say now from the Cowan recommendation. So now I don't tell una say if na Cowan recommendation dem be one for use, why dem go round for go do consultations? And I tell una say if they don't do consultation, even if Cowan has said that at that time and it was consultation from the public, but this is what the public is saying now, because the public has now been exposed to certain other events wey don inform them for say proportional representation not to the right way for go na salon.
Why e bad for the salon system?
Already when dem wan bring the proportional representation for the 2023 elections, they talk all good things about proportional representation. At the end of the day, wetin we see, proportional representation eliminated totally independent candidates and other political parties from parliament. So the arguments which were in favor of proportional representation were woefully defeated. And again, they are putting proportional representation as a proposal. And they are saying proportional representation who they put, it go dey so, it go dey so, it go dey so. So that way when they say it go dey so, we go make let the people they get a say in the representation of the people. Why they not add a day? So that they left for optional for whoever will be determining how it will have to be running. So that's risky and that's not good for salon. If you say the kind proportional representation, what we go for can do, it go for be like this, like this, like this. Why you don't go put on there? Put on there, let no say, oh, this is not the proportional representation. So that time the people they know say not this. But in the absence of that, the person who will go for can decide, now go for can determine what thing will go for me. Because they go say in order to the constitution.
So Reverend, as it is now, the bill don't go before the pre-leg. The AG don't do a presentation. The next day, they don't do first reading. And certain set of the public, don't they ask this question, say, why the rush?
So, now this I will start with. Not being sincere to the people who they claim say una represent. Una don't hold public consultation. Una don't give confidence to the people say the document will go na parliament, it not be say na that they go be the outcome. The document will go come out will be different because it will get for take note of all recommendations we don't come out from various sectors of society for improve on that document. And then just from there, you are now busy doing some other thing. That's betrayal of the trust of the people. Now this make people not get confidence in nobody again. Now make any time when they say this, people they become suspicious and then they begin for querying from the onset. Because too much deceit, too much insincerity.
There is a clear division on this particular issue, even at Parliament. It's clear, say, the SLPP wants the PR system, whilst the APC no wants the PR system. You think, say, the set of parliamentarians and way we get right now go really make a decision at the end of the day, we go be in the interest of Sierra Leoneans on this matter?
That in itself gives you the picture that the masses are being betrayed. For a critical issue like that, get a debate where it become partisan. Don't tell you say that is not good for this country. Because it's not supposed to be partisan. It's supposed to be on the basis of merit. What is good of this and what is not good of this. But if it don't split, now a position is taken between the APC and the SLPP. This tells you that we are at the mercy of people we don't elect into power, we not even care about what we feel, we not even care about what will serve our interest. So that's it. Because at the feel say a debate of that nature not supposed to be APC position or SLP position, but rather PR is this and that. First past the post is this and that, and you have a debate along that line. But then, if APC is supporting first past the post and SLPP is supporting proportional representation, why? What is the reason? This makes you start to be suspicious that possibly the proportional representation favors the interest of the SLPP, whilst first past the post favors the interest of the APC. And when you are talking about constitution, it is not about how it favors a political party. It is about how it helps the country grow in their governance system and in their electoral system.
All right, continue for the program, Reverend James Lahai, who they still look at the proposed constitutional amendment we get for do with elections, where they now before member them na parliament, and also we don't talk about new them position. We didn't think about the 50+1% when at the threshold for win the presidential election. Call we via WhatsApp on the number 078 13 55 99. Add your voice to the conversation. We get for do with the fuel increase. So there from Edmond Abu, the executive director for Native Consortium. We don't give in position in belief say this increase na a burden on the citizens them. And una the citizens them una self one for a reform una this morning. Call the number just WhatsApp 078 13 55 99. Now the number down the way you for call. Add your voice to the discussion this morning. We still talk about the fuel increase from 23,000 to 28,000. We see yesterday the PRA been pull a press release for inform the general public say now so now then they begin for sell fuel. And we see side them be get a meeting with the chief minister in office with the oil marketer. They don't go discuss the pricing formula. And this come out from the Finance Act will become effective January 1 this year. Una na the public one for a reform. Una call, tell we your name, usai the call form, and send your message to the authority that we supposed for revised or look inside this particular increase again. If then go listen to una the citizen them. The number for call na 078 13 55 99 via WhatsApp. We still get Reverend James Lahai, when the national coordinator for the National Elections Watch New, where they discuss the proposed 2025 constitutional amendment bill, where they now before Parliament. The AG don't do the first reading. The public they expect for hearing from the AG again or the AG in office for go do second reading, third reading, debate coincide, and finally then try for amend the 1991 Constitution and try for adapt some of them things there. So where then they propose for the inside the 1991 Constitution going to the 2028 elections. But one for a reform, looking at the screen, you go see the number where you for call via WhatsApp and add your voice to the conversation we get for do with the fuel increase.
All right, so once the call and they come on, the number again plus 232 78 13 55 99. And while sooner they make una calls them, let me just come over again to Reverend Lahai as we continue for talk about the issue we get for do with the 2025 constitutional amendment bill where they now na parliament na the legislative committee. If you are to talk to the members of parliament, what do you want them for be cautious of as then go for look into that particular bill day and agree or disagree on the proposals them way they before them now? What you want for let them be cautious of?
I want let the members of parliament be honest with themselves as they are in those positions on oath for serve the best interest of this country, so that even as they debate, let the partisan inclination not overshadow the foresight of having a better saloon. Let them conscience prick them and discuss honestly, not because they get party influence dictating what position they for take. Because me convinced that even among the SLPP supporters, you get people who believe say proportional representation is not good for this country. But they cannot see because of the hold way the political party get on them. But let them know that Governor Clarkson, he be swear then why they do things them, where they undermine the interest of the public in this country. Let them serve their conscience and let them serve this country well. Proportional representation, by all means, don't disappoint this country. It don't undermine democracy. It don't undermine inclusion. It don't undermine the authority of the people, because it creates a situation whereby the people not get control over their representation, to the point that people not even know, communities don't know who are their representatives, and then they don't undermine development in several communities, because the ward committees will be established in every ward where now they been the champion development aspirations now the various wards now functional again under the PR system, and for this whole period no other alternative no come up either by government or by the opposition way for able ensure say communities get a development engine wey na a platform wey na in go able for supervise development programs na the various communities. Let them not make hypocrisy about this. The PR wey dey on right now na PR wey no get any space for inclusion or for minority voice. Even the issue wey dem dey loud most about female representation, even that day e no hold water, because a whole district not get female parliamentarian. Falaba district not get female representation. So the loud way they loud about the gender business, I think not only proportional representation go guarantee that day. The willpower of the political parties themselves, and then also the kind of mechanisms where the electoral system go craft as regulation. Now that they go able to ensure the female representation, irrespective of whether na first past the post or proportional representation. And even the issue of cost, where they talk about, because they say by elections not anymore, that they be declare good money. Yes, true, but what's costly pass where they deny people the right for select the young people where they lead them. I think that they far more expensive than waiting you to spend for letting you go conduct a by-election.
Reverend, before we can take messages and take phone calls from the public, one other issue within the proposed bill, now they all get for do with the fixed date for elections. The bill they propose second Saturday or second week in November. And if Dande Day as it is now, it clearly shows say President Bill they get few months on top of a mandate. And when you look at the debates in the public, a lot of people they say why November? Because then they closer to festivities. and inside November, a lot of things then going on. How political parties then go able for campaign and hold their rallies them. Waiting a new then position on that proposal day about the fixed dates of the elections and wouldn't they propose second week in November?
New, we position that we want a fixed date. And then we don't begin talking since 2012. On the issue of whether in November or any other time, new, we not look at that date and take a position. But me feel say, except for the fact that if you get for apply for the 2028 elections, it means then get for do some regulation, because it definitely will get for make President Bill overstay in time na office. That he get for if he get for apply for the 2028 elections, because the office no go remain vacant. The president just go continue to the time when they do the elections. But outside that, whichever date we them put, me I know say the circumstances surrounding that date, they affect everybody equally. If you put some rainy season, you say now the same rainy season you go the campaign, you like how say go the campaign at the rainy season. But let we get a fixed date so that everybody know long before time say now this date's election they be. E not go left to just the electoral commissioner and the president.
So that's how they left as it is.
No, well, that's what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is if we can get a fixed date, we have scored a big goal. We have surmounted. We have surmounted. No, but you have an agenda there, whether November or whatever. So, but I am saying on the issue,
week.
that's what I know. They are proposing second week in November, and I am saying that the only disadvantage for me for that date is the fact that the president will overstay in constitutional mandate in power. That's the only disadvantage about it. But that if we can have a fixed date, every circumstances surrounding that date will affect everybody equally. Because when you talk about nature, what happens in November, festivity is the same that will be affecting every other person. When you come to festive month, not only the East no go dey per festivity. The West go dey per festivity, the North go dey per festivity, the South go dey per festivity. The conditions prevailing affect everybody equally. So nobody is placed in an advantageous position because of the conditions of that time that they are giving.
All right.
Now then they are the same.
All right. So let's just open the phone lines quickly for let we take people contribution concerning the fuel increase from 23,000 to 25,000, sorry, to 28,000. If you watch now the screen, you see the number for call +232 78 135 599. Call we via WhatsApp and add your voice to the discussion this morning quickly before we wrap up the show. Send your message to government and other authority that we're supposed to go back, look inside the pricing formula and see how, if possibility there for readjust them prices there. So of the fuel, we don't come out from 25,000 as of yesterday to 28,050 cents. So call at the number via WhatsApp +232 78 135 599. They'll just look at messages whilst we wait for people and calls them for let them add their own voice inside the conversation this morning. The first one they take now from Chernobyl Bar, they come out from Facebook. He say, "Thank you, Edmond. I support you on that. This country people are so hypocrite. Situation gets tough, even it's in the displeasure of so many, but because they are attached to political parties, they prefer to suffer with ego instead of doing the right thing. Salon is sad."
All right, we look at more messages. Now, the YouTube channel, Omar Zise, they say, our politicians are not making laws for the interest of the people.
All right, Mohammed, Legally Cole on Facebook, they say the parliament should remember that democracy is a government of the people and by the people, but not the government of the political parties, set of people and by the political parties.
All right, this one where they come out from David Thorley. It said, Reverend James, you're very clear in your analysis and brilliant in your submission. Keep it up. I love listening to you.
Senge Pierre on Facebook, they say democracy not a government of political parties by the party for the party, but not by the people. Salon setting right now, not for PR. People of Salon, be wise, beware, be watchful.
This one from Cherno Umar Jallo, it say Khadija and Mabel, network go up till now in all come down. Now fuel go come down.
All right, and Saremo like Francis, they say no serious opposition party. All what they want is coming back to power.
Abdullahi Bangura say President Bio, we are appealing for the fuel to go down, please, sir.
Lansana Ali Bangura, they say the government has no sympathy for the people because they don't buy fuel and everything is free for them, so much that we the people pay their salaries. God gets patience, wallahi.
Soribolo say the salary increase the government wants to do is from the fuel pump price year of action.
Mohammed Sulaiman Koma, they say my problem is why is the government not explaining why the fuel raised? Other countries, because of accountability, they explain, but us is different.
All right, we look at more messages. This one regarding the first issue we've been dealing with the APC diaspora. Ibrahim Kamara, they say now only USA get traveling issue, which means the regional convention no go be affected.
Ibrahim Momo, they say, trust me, Mr. Edmond Abu, Salon people, them we all not ready yet for go before or develop. You are not go able to fight this political unless all the good people of Sierra Leone join you to fight against this injustice in our nation by God's grace.
Mohammed Sulaiman Kuroma say my problem is why is the government not explaining the raise the fuel increase? Other countries, because of accountability, they explain, but this is different.
Kamo Kaba, they say when people like Edmond Abu are afraid of this government to stage a protest for wronging by government, we are doomed.
Suma Abdullah say today I have learned a new thing from Reverend that the tripartite agreements are selfish agreements.
All right, the last message where they take in they come up from Mohammed Sulaiman Koman on Facebook. He say in the presidential election race, they want to allow first past the post, but in the parliamentary, they want PR system. This is sad.
Mystic Nadwazak say, as a nation, we should not review a constitution with a political mindset or short-term political gain. A constitution must be able to stand the test of time, reflect democratic principles, and avoid dictatorial tendencies. Otherwise, it may eventually harm even those who manipulate it.
All right, from their messages, then they quickly who they can to Reverend James Lahai. Countries like South Africa and also their own democracy and we only quite different. They are practicing and a very advanced democracy, but you see them, they hold two systems of elections. Sierra Leone, is that possible?
Well, I will tell you initially say anything we possible una dey do, it therefore be based on una own context. South Africa, they as they are because of their own context. They been get a system where we exclude the majority population from governance and from elections. And so when they been draft the constitution, it take note of every little detail. They not left loopholes like how we you then did. For example, when they go they talk about election results, then they explain say the results you for produce the aggregated police station results. They not left and so. They not left and silent, so that a commissioner will come and by tomorrow and say the constitution not tell me say for producer. So even when in the spirit of transparency and accountability, people ask for am, you will say the constitution no say I go produce am, and you no go produce am. They went to the details, the nitty-gritties. They left very little room for somebody for manipulate. So that's it. Because of the background outside them come out. We get a constitution we now be need for usher in multi-party democracy. So the experiences of the one party now even gets a big influence on that constitution. We na a very good constitution. But the realities of wetin don dey happen and wetin we don dey see demand for a review, an overhaul of the entire constitution. Though it has very good provisions, yet there are a lot of loopholes wey na im dey create all the problem wey we dey get as a country. We make politicians then they get an edge over we, because the same constitution wey dey before you, this person go interpret am that your way, that other person go interpret am that your way, and you, the ordinary person, you are left blank because they all justify, they make reasonable arguments. And so the constitution not for that kind way where this person go understand them differently, this understand them differently. We all suppose for him to understand that the same way. And I made the language of the constitution supposed to be simple and clear. And I hope see even as this process they go on, they also denote that aspect.
All right. Many thanks. We come to the studio this morning, Reverend James Lahai from the National Election Watch. As you can state some of the concerns that we want to get as this process they go on. Thank you, Agent, with this morning.
Thank you too, and I am happy you guys have not allowed yourself to be compromised. Keep it up. One day we shall overcome.
All right, thank you, Reverend.
We are looking forward to that.
Thank you so much, Reverend James Lahai, for the words of encouragement.
We're not good tired.
We give way, of course, liberty. Now, a born out of a struggle of liberation. So we're not go tired. We will continue for do the great job, and we will continue for be one of the trusted voices we camp public interest. We will continue for bringing the conversation we matter. Things that way the people they want for you. And all the powerful to account. Now that's make we establish Liberty TV. Well, now they end this edition of the Breakfast Show. And also many thanks to the entire production team. Haja Sunkai Sise will lead the team, and Musa Saukuma will give them technical support. We want to say thanks to everyone. We don't join apologies for Una. We don't they call for several times. Or not able for pick una calls them now due to some glitch or they get na the studio, but we'll try for fix them, and eventually we will make una add una voices inside this edition or inside subsequent edition them of the Breakfast Show. Mina Khadija Bangwari say have a good day.
All right, until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say get a good day and goodbye.
Me phone and they charge. Me also always get lights. Me picking and able for study. Me now super kaiba.
Enjoy!
I for enjoy.
Yes, so plenty Soba Kaiba don boss. Orin don pull na door. The mega campaign all over the country. When they turn all man to Soba Kaiba, just die and star 500 ash for activate the Soba Kaiba offer and talk Poku or die and ash 144 ash or use Maxit for pay with orange money anytime, any side and start chance for win. Soba price them every week like solar kit them. Okada generator and every month one person go win keke or they give you the power for build your life, support your family and better your community. You self can live the Soba Kaiba life.
Orange.
Building tomorrow today with Rightmove. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Rightmove Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water systems, and infrastructure, our team delivers precision, passion, and perfection. At Rightmove, we are not following industry standards, we are setting them. Through cutting-edge technology, uncompromising safety, and sustainable solutions, we are building a brighter, stronger, and safer Sierra Leone. Visit us at 54 Campbell Street, Freetown, or call 078399475 or 077504338. Rightmove Engineering and Construction. Building quality, building trust, building the future.
At Famos, freshness isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. From raw and smoked catfish to kanya peppers, beignet, rice and gari kanya and natai. From premium crayfish, ogiri and fufu to smoked chicken, fresh eggs from the farm to the fridge, country chicken and garden fresh vegetables. Try our habanero pepper, gari, hot pepper sauce, pure honey and so much more. All locally produced, organically grown, harvested fresh every day and hygienically processed. A fresher taste, healthier foods, stronger communities. Famos, fresh from our farms to your home. Visit Famos at 140 Drive Hill Station, Freetown. Call +232 74 000044.